I'm Jordan Hernandez, and this is Just Start Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Today we have Giovanni Lauricella here, a very talented individual. He's the vice president of a medical device consulting firm down here in South Florida. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Gio, let's start from the top. Where are you from?
In Buffalo, New York, born and raised. In the snow is where I spent most of my days.
And now you're down in South Florida. What brought you here?
College. I've always been a person that embraces that. Like, I love failure.
Really?
I do. I love it. I love, like, and even much, not on a professional basis, but truly on a personal basis. Mm-hmm. You know, you meet these people, whether it's in romantic relationships or business relationships or friendly relationships, where, and most people are like this, where they're closed off initially, and it just takes time to earn their trust.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah.
A lot of people are like that.
Much like your dog here, Vita.
Exactly. It just takes time to earn people's trust. I've always been the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. Like, I show up to every brand new relationship, like, arms wide open. I let them know who I am. Yeah. This is what I am. This is who I am, what I want to be. This is what my brain is thinking right now. Right? But the whole purpose of that is, like, for me, it allows me to find out who you are in my life quicker. And so by being so open and vulnerable, and not keeping everything tight to the chest and using time to earn or have you earn my trust, vice versa, it speeds up the time for you to mess up, to show me who you are. Are you not going to trust me? Are you going to hurt me? Are you going to do this, right? But if you don't show up like this, it takes much longer to fail, right? Because you're constantly building on these, like, longer term relationships, and they might fail months down the road or years down the road, where they would have failed way earlier on. Yeah. So my whole philosophy is, like, I'll give you all my trust day one. What you do with that reflects of who you are. Yeah. And if you want to hang yourself with my trust, then I know that you're not a person that I want in my life, or a client that I want in my portfolio, or something like that, right? So I use it both personally and professionally.
Of course.
My personal philosophy is, like, fail quick. Fail as quickly as you possibly can. Know what is valuable, what is not valuable in your life quickly. And by just doing it, right? I mean, not sitting on your thumb, not playing video games, reading a lot, asking a lot of questions, being curious, talking with older people, whether or not the old people are smart or millionaires or whatever, they've been on this earth longer than we have. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. And having the ability to have older friends or family and listen to them, and being curious and asking good questions and putting yourself out there just makes you this, like, incredibly vulnerable sponge of the world, so that you can build your own internal mental algorithm to be successful quicker. Right. That's been my philosophy.
It's a great philosophy. So really quick.
By the way, before you get there, I just want to, I'm reading a book right now, and I wanted to say this. Yes. In terms of those people who are going through hard times and going into the real world, and what does it mean to go into the real world, whether for yourself as an individual or on a small team or in a classroom or wherever it may be. This book that I'm reading right now, I'm a reader. I know you're a reader. I love reading. Anyone, I think, if I could give the gift to everybody in the world, I would just ask everybody to read. Yeah. But there was a quote, and it just makes so much sense, and it's very true. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. Show me a true leader and ask them, do they read books? And show me one that says no. Yeah.
This idea of, like, accepting failure, and for, I think, a lot of, like, young 20-somethings that are listening to this that are like, I don't want to fail. I can't do this because, I don't have enough followers yet. I don't have enough money in the bank account yet. I don't have enough experience yet. Like, to that person who's at that point, like, well, I don't think I'm going to do it yet. Like, in another year, 2 years, when I'm more established, I'll take on that task then. What do you say to that person?
Fear is the worst vice any human can have. And as cliche as it sounds, I think it was from a Mighty Ducks movie. I swear to God. I mean,
Flying V.
It sounds so cliche, but
Sure.
It has lasted with me my entire adult life. And as cliche as it is, I use it whenever I'm feeling fearful. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You can't blame anybody else for not succeeding if you never tried.
Right.
And if you're afraid of failing, well, then you'll never make it.
All right, so we have some questions for you. James from Boca Raton asks, for finance, what recommendations do you have for him? He's at UCF, he's a business major, and he's just looking for any advice that you can give him.
To make it the shortest I possibly can make it is read the book, The Millionaire Next Door. If you want a short answer.
All right.
Slightly longer answer. The author of The Millionaire Next Door started a book called The Next Millionaire Next Door, which was almost going to come out more than 10 years later. Unfortunately, while he was writing the book, he was killed in a car accident, and his daughter finished the book.
Wow.
So to write, I should say to read The Millionaire Next Door, The Next Millionaire Next Door, and a book by Tony Robbins called Unshakable. If I have to give any advice to any up-and-coming human being going on their own into the new world on how to manage their personal finances, read those 3 books. Anything after that, call me and I'll be more than glad to give you more reading.
What are some of your favorite accents and why?
Accents? It's weird after all the accents that you hear. I didn't have to travel that much to figure out that it was still my favorite, but I mean, it's still my favorite. The English accent.
Really?
The English accent, the Irish accent. I love the English and the Irish accent.
Can you give us a little bit of that?
No.
No? Just like a little bit, like, hello mate.
Hello, mate. Sometimes when I'm drinking,
Uh-huh.
I love talking business in English. And I have so many friends of mine that are up in Birmingham and down in London. And when we're doing business together, life couldn't be grander. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Let's go down to the pub and have a pint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really appreciate you being on here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the time, too.
Great.
Thanks for having me. Until next time.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Gio. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in. This is Just Our Podcast.